The Supreme Court just handed President Trump another massive 6-3 win, and Democrats are absolutely beside themselves. But before we get into this story, please join Explain America. Like, comment, share. We really appreciate your support for common sense journalism. President Trump just got the green light from the highest court in the land to fire 3 Democrat members of the Consumer Product Safety Commission, even though a federal judge tried to rehire them. This is a huge constitutional victory, not just for Trump, but for every elected president going forward. Let's break this down. Back in May, Trump removed the 3 Democrats from the 5-member CPSC board without giving a reason. That normally would have been illegal because a 90-year-old law says commissioners can only be fired for neglect of duty or malfeasance. But Trump's legal team pushed back hard. They said these so-called independent agencies are still part of the executive branch, and the president has the authority to clean house if needed. The Supreme Court just agreed. In a 6-3 ruling, they said this case is consistent with other recent decisions that give the president power to fire members of independent federal boards without needing to prove misconduct. The liberal justices, they dissented. Elena Kagan warned this ruling could permanently transfer power to the presidency. Like the Constitution requires? These agencies shouldn't be acting like unelected governments inside the government. The fire commissioners had been put in place by Joe Biden and were actively working to block parts of Trump's consumer policy agenda. And here's the kicker. The judge who tried to rehire them, Matthew Maddox, was a Biden appointee. He argued the Consumer Product Safety Commission isn't really part of the executive branch, but the Supreme Court wasn't buying it. Now, this ruling is part of a bigger trend. Just weeks ago, the High Court sided with Trump over removals at the National Labor Relations Board and the Merit Systems Protection Board. More cases are on the way, including one involving the Federal Trade Commission. This could eventually lead to overturning a 1935 ruling called Humphrey's Executor, which has been used to block presidents from firing unelected bureaucrats for nearly a century. Here's the truth. This ruling is a major strike against the unelected shadow state, the permanent class of elites and career regulators who think they get to rule America no matter who the people elect. Trump promised to drain the swamp. The Supreme Court just gave him a bigger pump. This is Kyle Becker with Explain America. Please like, comment, and share with your thoughts on this story, and stay tuned as Trump keeps racking up wins.